Not yet, not yet, not yet. दिल का रिश्ता बड़ा ही प्यारा है. ई साला. I had installed this Claude 8 Claude terminal, and this looks quite interesting to me. Uh, Arey, I already got viewers. Okay, I was just setting it up. Hello, guys. So today I felt little dry in the Discord group. I don't know why. But yeah, today we'll continue on the leftover implementation that I was doing. So I'll just close everything and just open user controller. And in this one, this is the API that we were building, forgot password, and it worked. It worked really well. You can see it was disconnected because application is not running. It had, I'll show you quickly the running Docker decompose, sorry, decompose, no, compose. Let it run, let it start. Uh, Running MySQL is taking time. Let the application start. Only, yeah, front end and all. Yeah, because I just restarted the system, hence it is like creating everything once. So let me keep the Docker desktop open here. So I'll put Docker desktop because Docker desktop is important. Here we can clearly see these three services are running right now. Okay, so I hope it started. Yeah, it started, and the password should give 403. Oh, okay, it gave because it's not taking the token. So yeah, this was the simple API that we created yesterday. If email exists, password link will be sent and success true. We are just showing this message, haven't sent the email really. So in this one, we have to integrate the email. First, this is very wrong in this one. We have to get the token from JWT and then this email. So we have to create a link with the token, and that is our reset link. So we have to send this over the email. So yeah, lot many things to do. Guys who are joining first, I have just started the stream, so it is supposed you are supposed to like the stream, because then only other people will get to know that I'm live. Okay, I just wait in the Discord. Why this Discord is so dry today? Maybe they lost the connection with the project. Why this server is so dry today? Catching up with the midweek trauma. Okay, I don't care, nobody's here. I'll quickly do this. So in this one, I'll need auto-wired JWT service. So auto-wired private J JWT service. JWT service. Okay, and in this one we need token. So this string token will get this from JWT service. JWT service dot uh, what are the methods we have here? We only have one method in this one. We have to write the method in JWT service. There is extract email, and then there is validate token. So currently, as we have seen, this gave 200 OK, but it was yesterday's token. It should have given the 403. So in this one, I have to first validate the token. Where is token coming from? So delete user optional, get ID, password token repository, delete by ID. Because we are deleting the token, we also need the current token. So in this method, I'll ask, we need to validate the token first. So in this method, we also need to validate the current token. Then only we can proceed with the next things. So this is something wrong. It was we did somehow, but yeah, it seems wrong. I don't need this. And one more thing that I did is like I got this terminal. कहाँ गया terminal वो अपना Claude वाला terminal. So Claude वाला terminal कहाँ है? No, not this. This. There is one cool thing, you know. So if I go and do radio, it will start and music in the background. I hope you can able to hear. It's too loud. I hope it doesn't give me a copyright. I hope music is audible in the stream. And what the chat is saying, you are absolutely correct. Validating the password reset token is the most critical and existence. ठीक है, ठीक है. Validates reset token and updates the user's password. Why it is transactional? Why transactional is mentioned over here? Password reset token find by what it's saying. I'm good, bro. Let me like the stream by myself first. I don't think you guys are interested today. What it's saying. Transactional, this reset token null, build an invalid password if reset token is null. There is no token available in this one. How it is motherfucker is writing get token. Forgot password DTO doesn't have a token. Is it? It doesn't have a token. How are you writing this reset password get token? Are you dumb? Or am I dumb? But why should I always write a method to get token always? I'm not supposed to send the token, so there is a filter for that because we should get it from the filter, you know. Where is the filter? Base entity. Where is the filter? Yeah, this filter JWT auth filter. What it's doing? See buddy, मेरे को AI को समझाना पड़ रहा है क्या? See buddy, तो we shouldn't take the token from the response request body. That's wrong. ये अपनी जॉब खाएंगे साला. That's wrong. We need to get it from the headers and should be available throughout the application lifecycle. Should be available throughout the life cycle. कुछ तो गलत 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 जा रहा है, गलत. I completely misunderstood which context we are talking about. You are absolutely spot on. Yes, and that is crucial distinction for any authenticated action like updating profile, viewing private dashboard, or modifying this. Indeed, this method one using authentication principle the cleanest Spring Boot way. Spring Boot allows you to inject logged in user details directly into your controller method parameters using authentication principle. हाँ, this is what we actually need. ये अपने को syntax नहीं पता था, लेकिन I knew कि there is something because .NET में भी ऐसे ही होता है. So get mapping, how proceed to logic, authentication principle, user details. Okay, authentication and then injecting the authentication object. Let's read about this authentication object. What's authentication object in Spring Boot? ऑथेंटिकेशन डॉक्यूमेंटेशन में तो यार कुछ भी सही से नहीं दिया है ऐसे मेरे को लग रहा है इसका स्प्रिंग का। यूजुअली मैं हमेशा, क्योंकि आई एम अ फ्रंट एंड गाय, सो आई डिपेंड मेजरली ऑन द डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, बट ये डॉक्यूमेंटेशन या तो अच्छे से नहीं लिखा है या तो मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा हूँ ढंग से। कुछ पूछने जाओ तो कुछ और ही बताता है ये। In Spring Boot specifically, security authentication object is a core representation of principle and this. Uh, how can I access the auth token from headers once the user has been successfully logged in? Tell me this and I'll be able to understand how the flow is working. Yeah, filter, custom filter, that's what I was saying bro. To access authentication token from request header after user logs in, you can okay, एक minute. User का जो object user details है ना, let's see, user details is a Spring interface, you know. So if ये मेरे को दिखा सकता है user details Spring framework Java. So in this one, is there a token? There is no token in the user details interface from Spring. So there is no token available. Okay, fine. So user details अपने को token नहीं देता, that is clear. So we need a custom filter. Approach one inside a controller recommended. If you need the token inside your API endpoints, use Spring's request header annotation to inject the header directly. अच्छा request header bearer token. This looks weird approach. I'm not going with this for sure. Then because I'm getting feeling this is not the standard way. Approach 2 inside a security filter. If you need to intercept every request globally to validate the token before it reaches your controller, use custom once per. Yeah, this is I have implemented. Do internal. This is I have done. Tokens are sent using standard HTTP. Now back to the AI. Back to the AI. This is our filter. So get authentication, get name. So let me try and send any wrong token in this one. Will it accept? No. This is an old token, buddy. Is it still valid? Let's check it on jwt.io. Because it's a yesterday's token, no, it's stale. Is this token expired? By it, Claude takes this much of time for simple response. 13 seconds, 15 seconds, still thinking. Yes, this token is expired by roughly 5 hours ago. See, so ये जो अपना API है कहाँ गया? This is a stale token and it is still giving us the response. It should not give us this. That means our implementation is vaguely wrong. So see, हम कुछ भी बनाते जा रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. We need proper standard ways to follow. इसलिए खुद से कोड करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. नाउ बिकॉज आई एम न्यू टू द स्प्रिंग बूट एंड जावा, these AI motherfuckers give me whatever the code that they felt right, and I couldn't verify it. Although these were premium LLMs that I was using, so premium LLMs do write stupid code. See, I am still. Let me check if I am able to also call the rest of the APIs with the stale token. Let me call the dashboard. ऐसे ना मुझे तुम देखो, सीने से लगा लूंगा तुमको. See, everything is working on the stale token. All the APIs are working using the expired hot tokens. That means we have a big mistake in our code. So don't worry guys, I'm not going to write code using AI, just that there is a bit confusion here and I have to resolve this because I am not very well understanding this Sprinker documentation. It's too much, not clearly given the things, or maybe I'm not that eligible right now to understand this documentation, so that's why I'm using the AI, so forgive me for that. I'll view this. हाँ भाई सब कुछ view कर ले और हमें बता. ऐसे ना मुझे तुम देखो, सी येलो लाइट के अंदर येलो और वाइट कलर सेम ही दिखता है. ऐसे ना मुझे तुम देखो. अरे it started to make. Don't make the code changes, please let me know the issues and how to solve those. Okay, thanks. It's saying what was the issue, no try catch in the filter when the token throws expired exception. All these exceptions, should we start with the exceptions first, because ये मेरे को बहुत परेशान करेगा ये चीज़ अगर if I don't do exception bubbling and exception handling, it will trouble me. Since the code is Dockerized, if you change the JWT expiration and property JWT but did not rebuild the image, the live. अरे नहीं यार, ये नहीं है issue. Added robust try catch. I guess it is. We have to do the exception handling now. See, we are following very wrong practices while writing the APIs. Try catch is not at all a correct way. At all a correct way. So exception handling should be first. That is for sure. So we need to have a robust and standardized exception handling. So give me the standard options I can implement here before moving ahead, because without that I'm not going ahead, you know. Exception handling is first, because I don't want to write try catch everywhere. No, try catch is very wrong. You have raised a profound and अरे यार ये major pattern, yeah, this pattern is wrong. Spring Boot development, it clutters the code, creates duplicate, yes, error handling logic, and violates the single responsibility principle. There is something I learned but I forgot. There is some global exception handling, कुछ तो होता है इसमें. To achieve enterprise grade standardized exception handling in Spring Boot, we must handle two distinct areas, because how Spring Boot's life cycle works. To achieve enterprise grade, अच्छा, control and service layer exception handled by global controller advice. Security filter chain exception handled by Spring Securities. भाई ये बहुत confusing होता जा रहा है जैसे जैसे मैं आगे जा रहा हूँ. Global controller advice. No chats today. Is everybody new joining to the stream, or what is it? Is it not entertaining for you guys? Global controller advice, REST controller advice in this standard pattern for handling exception in your controller service repository layers. Error response, yeah, error response का एक object चाहिए standard अपने को, that I'll build. And global exception handler. So I think I should stash these changes and first implement the global exception handler. Yeah, that is what I'm doing now. Global exception handler. Let's understand this, and I'll just stash these changes because DS store why this DS store, so everything go down, go up, this go down, and this stash changes. Yes, forgot password changes, because once we write too much of code then उसके बाद exception handling करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा, इसलिए अभी मैं इसको stash कर देता हूँ. Yes, push stash, and then we'll write this exception, and I have to commit this because I'll write docker the changes made, added port 5005 for debugging purposes. This is going git push paraphrase. Okay, we are up to date now. So back now, our project is simple because, yeah, you know, I'll show you the problem. Where is our postman? This is postman, and this is a dashboard API. It is simple dashboard API just to check authentication is done or not. And this is yesterday's token. While I was streaming yesterday, I created one token, and I'll show you this token is expired in this one. See, it said token is expired 5 hours ago. Yes, this token is expired by roughly 5 hours ago. So it should give us 403 forbidden or 401 something error, but it's giving us 200, still giving us the correct response. That means there is no exception handling and there are no validations. So let's first figure out what all things we will need. the one thing, the things that we for sure need is a standard error response. We have to send standard error responses to the front end. For that we need a global exception handler, that's for sure. And then we are not validating our token globally. So in the filters only we have to validate our token. So there is something wrong in our filter, because you know filter runs before the request hits to the controller. Okay, so filters works before any controller. So all the validation should be done in the filters. I thought it is done, but it's not clearly. So we'll do that. Okay. अरे दिखना क्यों बंद हो गया भाई? क्या हो गया भाई एकदम आंखों को? What is this global exception handler? Username not found, exception. How does Claude code works here? First I'll ask him, can you validate my filter? Is it correct and standard? I'm curious now why there are no chats today. Every day people come and do chat, talk here. ऐसे ना मुझे तुम देखो, सीने से लगा लूंगा, तुमको मैं चुरा लूंगा, तुमको दिल में। अरे ये येलो और वाइट में कलर ही पता नहीं चल रहा है जी। हाय, व्हाट इज गोइंग देयर? नर्मदा कुमारी, हे हाय। सी आई एम if I think you are new to the streams, since last few months I am learning Java. I'm a front-end developer majorly. I have like quite a few years of experience in the front-end and deployment, but not in develop backend. What type of project build today? So I'm building a JWT authentication token. So you can, I'll show you the GitHub repo link. Wait, I'll show you the link, GitHub repo. So it is a simple JWT authentication project that I am trying to build, because I just learned Spring Boot. I have gone through the theory and all, and now to have a hands-on practice I am doing this. So I have built a front end. If the front end is working through the Docker, I'll show you how the front end looks here. See, this is what I'm trying to do. Currently there are no API implemented, it is just a UX, so don't bother about looking at that. The basic sign-in what every project should have. My end goal is to create a starter project, so that whatever the new project I'll create, I just start from this project, so I don't have to do the token authentication and all. So in this one I can go sign in, welcome to the dashboard, very simple stuff, sign out, and then there is a forgot password. Here we have to write in case you forgot the password, then send link, then an email will be triggered with a new token link which will be valid for just an hour, and once you click on that it will take you to a reset password. Reset password will not open like that only, and there is this create account for the registering of a new user. So these simple things which are very common in everywhere. So this is what I am trying to build in the API side. So I have built quite few stuff here. There is this register API. Let me show you. See, there is a register API. I'll register, for example, what's your name? Narmada Kumari. So if I Narmada Kumari, and username might be, email ID can be this only, and password is this. Okay, Narmada. So we'll create a user over here. So send, it registered you. So now you are in our database, and now once you go and log in, Thorfinn, yo bro, hello. We messed up big time, something. So I was showing this to new users what we have done till now, and it gives us a token. Once you hit the login, it gives us the token, and the token is now the validation, new authentication. So if you go here and paste the token and send, then the API should work. So right now the token is not being, there are a few problems in this flow. Oh, what's up bro Raj, how are you? क्या हाल? अपना डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर इतना शान शान क्यों है भाई? आज कुछ हो गया है क्या? Feels like, please do like the stream guys. आज पता नहीं, आज कुछ ड्राई सा मौसम लग रहा है मेरे को. Narmada, I hope you understand what I have done till now, and there is a problem. See, this is a stale token. That means it is an expired token, and it's still giving 200 response, which should not. And that is the mistake, and that is the mistake I am going to correct now. There are few ways to correct it. The basic way that I can use is to use try and catch everywhere, but that is not a standard way. There are few standard ways. The one that I have learned about is a global exception handler. So there is this global exception handler that I can implement, and meanwhile I have to do a standard. Yes, my tech stack is Java only, so interested there. Can I get you? I can get you. Okay. Yeah, then you can help me as well, you know. So tell me what's the best approach that I can have. I can create a global handler, a single global handler throughout for complete, like पूरे project के लिए एक global handler एक बना लूँ मैं. And there should be a error response which will have a readable error response and a error response for developers. So developer can debug, and errors for the users can understand the errors and the status code and all. This is a wrong error response. I'll write a new one. This is what I have also thought of. Then it's saying the security authentication entry point. Me wala route बना लिया, नहीं बनाया bro. Do you want to build it? I have kept it for someone else who want to do it, no? कहाँ गया GitHub अपना? If you want to do it, you can do it, bro. Because I am going to do exception handling and error handling, these things. It's still in the to do. If you want to do it, you can do it. कहाँ था मैं? यस, हमारे सर ने कुछ तो बताया था, मैं याद नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को वो ना, मेरे नोशन में होगा शायद. आई हैव मेड सम नोट्स. I have all these lectures that I have done. Not algorithms, not system design, not LLD. Authentication and authorization. No, it was something global. Error handling. Or if you want, you can pick a. There is no issue for me. Is it authentication? No, it is not from authentication and authorization. स्प्रिंग रेस्ट एपीआई नहीं, अब याद नहीं है मैंने नोट्स किस में बनाया था यार, क्या नाम था उसका, मेरे को ये थोड़ा सेग्रीगेट करना पड़ेगा. लेट इट बी. What are you doing, employee or study? I'm an employee, bro. I work in a company as a front-end developer, full stack developer basically, but majorly into front-end side. So I work sometimes in .NET. Can you mention your GitHub repo? Yeah, I'll share the link. This is the repo link. It is simple authentication. In the near future, I'll also implement OAuth 2. That is what I want to do. I tried कल, but है ना 403 एरर दे रहा है, सो मैंने छोड़ दिया. कहाँ पे 403 एरर दे रहा है रविराज? 403 as in you might not have created your login credentials. That can be an issue there. Send the screenshot, I'll tell you how to do it. फोर 403 एरर दे रहा है, मतलब या तो यूजर नेम पासवर्ड कुछ तो गलत है तुम्हारा. मैं ये समझना चाह रहा हूँ कि कैसे मैं ग्लोबल एक्सेप्शन हैंडलर क्रिएट करूँ. मेरे को अभी एआई पे भरोसा नहीं आ रहा है. फ्रंट एंड होता तो फटाफट में कुछ बना देता यार. मी राउट बनाया था वहाँ पर. मी राउट में एरर आ रहा था. तुमने टोकन यूज किया था उसमें? हाउ डिड यू यूज द टोकन? Sign up login flow works perfectly, but after logging in, you have to use that token for the me route. That is what the point is. Whole point is. Have you used the token generated? हाँ टोकन किया था. तो फिर तुमने कहाँ राउट क्या था उसका? यूजर कंट्रोलर में यूज किया था उसको या कहीं और किया था? नहीं, एक बार फिर से करना राज, एक बार फिर से करना बंद करके एप्लीकेशन. क्लोज द एप्लीकेशन. क्लोज एज इन डिकम्पोज डाउन करना उसको. सॉरी, डॉकर कंपोज डाउन कमांड रन करना. दैट मीन्स ऑल द डॉकर शुड स्टॉप एंड देन रीस्टार्ट द सर्वर एंड देन ट्राई इट अगेन. इट विल वर्क. कुछ तो छोटा सा एरर होगा. Guys, please do like the streamer. I don't see any likes. Yeah. I'm telling you. Just run the query docker decompose. Docker compose -d down. That means you will stop all the containers and then restart. फिर से build करना पड़ता. हाँ. सी जावा ये स्प्रिंग बूट वाला जो है ना, तुम्हें हर बारी मतलब ये रिएक्ट और एंगुलर फ्रंट एंड की तरह नहीं चलता कि यू आर डूइंग द चेंजेस एंड जस्ट इन टाइम द न्यू चेंजेस आर लोडिंग. नो, यू हैव टू स्टॉप द सर्वर एंड रीबिल्ड द एप्लीकेशन. नहीं तो ये काम नहीं करता. फॉर एनी एक सेमी कॉलन भी तुमने ऐड किया तो तुम्हें यू हैव टू स्टॉप द सर्वर एंड रीस्टार्ट द सर्वर. Guys, please do like the stream. Thor, please do like the stream. और कौन था चैट में? नर्मदा कुमारी, please do like the stream, bro. म्यूजिक की आवाज़ ज़्यादा तो नहीं है ना? All right, I'll check. Saran Reddy, you are using refresh uh, token. Not yet, not yet. I'm doing that. Before that, I have found an issue in my flow, which is like wrong validation and not proper exception handling. So I'm doing that first before my project goes a little big on coding, number of lines of code side. I'll use a refresh token. That is what next in the pipeline. Currently, I'm trying to figure out what this, because I just learned this through the theory, whatever the Spring Boot I have learned, and this is the first project that I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to recall what I have learned through those videos and all. There is something global exception handler. Hmm, what are the standard ways of exception handling in Spring Boot? One is exception bubbling, but that I'll do through exception, but I have to create those exceptions. जिस दिन थ्योरी पढ़ो उसी दिन कुछ बना लो, ऐसे बहुत दिनों बाद अगर करने जाओ तो भूल जाता है इंसान. Control advice. This is the most common and recommended approach for professional application. It centralizes. It is similar to like interceptors in error interceptor in Angular. It separates handling. No local exception handling. Response status exception. What are the standard error responses that we should send to client? Status code, message code, path. This is not the correct. हम जो करते हैं usually we do it like code, whatever the code, maybe 404, and then this. Your example contains a great mix of both important fields. It's quite simple. Okay, ठीक है, हम ये use कर सकते. What else I can? Give me some more example. Give me some more examples. But why do we need status code inside the response? We include status code inside the JSON payload because it solves practical limitation in front-end frameworks, proxy servers, and login tools. While HTTP अच्छा proxies वगैरह के लिए. So how to implement this end to end? The error response DTO, field error details. What is this error details? Custom. What is this error details? Convenience record for validation errors. I don't want that. Fuck that. Custom business exception. These custom exceptions that we have to build. And this global exception handler, handle custom business conflict, exception handler, response entity, error response, handle resource conflict, HTTP status conflict, error response, add a new for any unhandled generic server exception, internal server error. Yeah, that's fine. How to trigger it? That is what we want. Public register user and then throw new resource. यार ये नहीं, then what's the point of exception bubbling? Yeah, it cleans up your architecture in standard architecture data flows. So then only service methods should validate and throw the exception, right? Custom exception, not just exception, custom exception. And we have to write those custom exception for every possible errors, right? Not exactly, and this is where developers often create unnecessary work for themselves. You do not need to validate everything in the service layer, nor do you need a unique custom exception class for every single error. Here, how to efficiently manage validation and exception creation without bloating your code bases. Validation should be split. Validation should be split between controller and service layers based on type of validation needed. Guys, I think I should learn this off the stream. I should not waste more time over here. मैं भूल चुका हूँ, ये मैंने पढ़ा हुआ था, but it was just a theory that I have learned. Do not need exception class for every error. Okay. Creating a new Java class for every single error, like user email exists exception, company tax ID exists exception, leads to class explosion and makes maintenance a nightmare. Instead, create a few generic reusable business exception that accept dynamic messages. Business rule exception, okay. अच्छा, एक्सचेंज रन टाइम एक्सेप्शन, हाँ अभी याद आ रहा है थोड़ा थोड़ा. Error code and this, reusing it in the service layer if ML exists. Business rule exception, okay. Okay, fine. Guys, ये थोड़ा सा burden हो रहा है. I am thinking so I should take a break today, learn these concepts of the stream and come again. क्योंकि पूरा scratch से ही मैं stream पे नहीं सीख सकता. I have to have at least some understanding of the concept. I have understood the problem on stream. I have figured out what the problem really is, and I have to figure out the correct I have to figure out the correct solution for that. So I have to go through the recording, the videos that I was following. So I have to go through that video lecture again, and I'll come up with the correct approach instead of throwing stones in the air. This is not correct. So I'll stop the stream for today very early. This is not how I end the stream usually. It goes till 12 or 1 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, sometimes you have to. Raj, is your error resolved, or do you need some help still in that? If you are still there here, please do let me know. I'll help you, else I'm about to close the stream. Can you show me dashboard route? Yeah. Yeah, this is the dashboard route. अच्छा, in the code dashboard is तो simple यार, मतलब just to check कि क्या मैंने किया हुआ है टोकन implement वो चल रहा है कि नहीं, उसके लिए मैंने किया था. It is just a simple API, कुछ नहीं है. Because it's a starter project, from here the whatever the new project that I'll implement वहाँ से चालू होगा. Dashboard route has nothing, bro. These are the important routes that I've created: register and login. From the login, whatever the token that I'm getting, I'm just passing it to this dashboard, and the dashboard should work. That is what my whole point was. I'll solve this Rubik cube and I'll end the stream. अरे येलो और ये कलर सेम ही दिख रहा है इसमें ना. अच्छा, this is white, this is yellow. Where is it checking the token? It's in the filter. यहाँ पे it's checking. It's not validating, but it's checking the token. JWT service extract email from the token. There is an extract email present in the JWT service. It is just extracting from the token. Email is getting extracted. So it's being checked in the filter, but it's not validating it right now. So today's stream तो ज़्यादा fruitful नहीं हुआ. Happens sometimes, shit happens, so no issues. मॉडरेटर भी नहीं आया. हाँ, आज कुछ तो गड़बड़ लग रहा है मेरे को. मेरा भी आज ज़्यादा मन नहीं था. मैं भी अभी जस्ट जिम विम करके काम ख़त्म करके बैठा हुआ था. सो आई वॉज ऑल्सो थिंकिंग टू टेक द डे ऑफ, बट कोई नहीं. I'll come back prepared tomorrow and I'll solve. So no issues. ऐसा युगे युगे सर्व सर्वथा। ये कलर बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग है यार। अभी बहुत छोटी स्ट्रीम हाँ यार, क्या करें, स्ट्रीम छोटी ही रखेंगे आज। लीड कोड पे आना था, लेकिन इसको ख़त्म किए बिना लीड कोड पे नहीं आना है। दैट इज़ ऑल्सो अनदर पॉइंट। चलो, ये भी नहीं परेशान कर रहा है। ठीक है गाइस, सॉरी फॉर द शॉर्ट स्ट्रीम टुडे, बट I have to figure this out and I'll come prepared. So don't worry, and do like the stream or do subscribe to the channel so that whenever I come next online, I'm going to finish this project. Whatever be the situation, I'll complete it, and I'll not just complete it, I'll complete it in a very standard way so that it should be a template that I can follow. Or anybody of you are, if you are doing college projects or something, you can just clone it away and start creating the further APIs. Creating the next APIs is not that a big of a deal, but just this setting up with the complete exception handling, error handling, token, authentication is yeah, यो हो गया मेरा। गुड, फाइन, यही मैं वेट कर रहा था कि तुम्हारा हो जाए एक बार। चलो, तो I'll end the stream. No worries, I'll be back with more preparation. चलो, गुड नाइट गाइज, गुड नाइट राज। बना लेना मी वाला, और PR रेज करना। अगर तुम्हारी PR रेज है तो I can review it now and then close the stream. पुल रिक्वेस्ट दे रहा, चेक करना, ठीक है। चलो, एटलीस्ट ये तो कर लेते हैं। ऐसा दे दो पुल रिक्वेस्ट थॉर, तब तक मैं ये सॉल्व कर लेता हूँ। भेजो पुल रिक्वेस्ट। Set anything is set, not this. Yeah. कलर कंफ्यूजिंग हो रहा है साला। शिट। बेस एंटिटी में क्या चेंज किया तुमने अभी? इसमें क्यों चेंज किया तुमने? ओके। ये क्या किया है तुमने रविराज? यहाँ क्यों कोड नहीं दिखा रहा है? तुमने कहीं और लिखा है क्या? बेस एंटिटी, कॉमन बेस एंटिटी, ये तो कल का ही था ना? नहीं, कल का तो कोड आ गया था मेरे पास। तुम्हारा बेस एंटिटी कॉमन में है, यहाँ पे कॉमन स्लैश बेस। ये क्या 23 आवर्स अगो? अभी क्यों आ रहा है ये? ये कौन से इसमें तुमने पीआर किया है? ये क्या कल के कोड में तुम्हारा ये था? मर्ज्ड है ये? इज इट सम काइंड ऑफ अ ग्लिच? ठीक है, आई एम इग्नोरिंग दिस फॉर नाउ। बाकी तो मेरे को ठीक ही लग रहा है। रिस्पॉन्स स्ट्रिंग आईडी, नेम, ईमेल, रोल इज एक्टिव। कल का कोड भी क्यों आया है तुम्हारे यहाँ? कल का कोड भी है यूज़र सर्विस। ठीक है, स्क्वैश अनमर्ज तुमने पुल नहीं लिया था शायद मेरे ख्याल से। निक लिखा है इसको users/me। सेम गलती मैं कर रहा था। इंटेलिजेंस से किया हुआ है क्या मैंने? राउट क्या है तुम्हारा? user/me है? क्या है राउट? व्हाट्स द राउट ब्रो? वेयर इज यूजर कंट्रोलर? user/me। गेट ही है ना? गेट मैपिंग। क्यों, क्या गलत हो रहा है? Working on my side. यहाँ पे कुछ एरर है क्या? कुछ एरर तो नहीं है। reset. For this API. API/users. वर्किंग ऑन माई साइड. देखता हूँ इसको मैं भी क्या इशू है. चलो आई एम एंडिंग दिस. बाय बाय.